What you look like? Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Put your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they.
Hey everybody,
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Luke Wilson from 17 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, you just throw that out the window.
Come back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Smith now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. First down, here's the run with Peterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Smith now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Smith now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Kennard leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Third and long, it's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Smith on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. On second down, here's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Throwing again is Smith. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Vernon Davis from 8 yards out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here come the Lions now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And a short gain here down to the 22. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
22!
Now it's Stafford. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. And an alley to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The final shot here before break. Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Back to throw. Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception.
Offside.
The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Smith throwing again. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running back is a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Reed with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on second down is Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Smith, that's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, Smith. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, Smith. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown out of the game. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On first down, it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discredited.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now it's Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Smith on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, Smith throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he loses the football a second time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Smith. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Devon Kennard in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Stafford, this is Riddick on the screen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Stafford now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing now, Smith. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Smith. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Smith throwing again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Hey, on. Settle down, huh?
Out of the gun, Smith steps away to his left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt
some
about
pretzels, too, some hummus. Crazy.
See, we've learned.
Crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never